Morning, guys. I'm gonna make this episode an addendum, not really the main vlog. I'm actually gonna do a vlog today that involves Annie and I going to a factory with a friend where they want to do a video project I'm gonna help them with, and I'm gonna be dropping smoke bombs, dust bombs for the Holi Festival off of a drone, which is supposed to be rigged up, and we're going to try to figure out how to drop dust from the bottom of an Inspire drone onto a group of people. Not my idea, my friend Randy's idea. I'm just trying to help him make it happen and pilot the drone. This is different. This is a beautiful day in Ningbo, and I woke up this morning and looked out the window and said, wow, I just want to go outside and sit down and have cup of coffee. And while I'm here, just answer a couple of things that people have been wondering. Start off with the United Airlines thing. I typically don't find reaction videos too, I don't know, sort of like cheating, you know? You're taking somebody else's instance and you're describing it in your own mind. But I had a couple of people throwing some hate my way because I'm an American, and they were saying, you American racist bastards. Just a couple of people, not too many. This guy, apparently, if you don't know the news, was dragged off of a United Airlines flight after he was sitting in his seat in the plane because, not because the plane was overbooked, but because United Airlines wanted to transport 3 or 4 of their employees to another airport where they needed to take a flight. And so they went on the loudspeakers and they said, hey, anybody want to get off this plane so that we can fly a couple of our people? And they said no, nobody on the plane took it. And they said $500, I think, and then $800 offering money, and nobody took it. And then they said, you know what, we're just going to draw names out of a hat, and whoever gets the lucky number is going to have to get off of here. 4 names were drawn. 3 decided okay to take the deal, and they left the plane without any problems. The 4th one was a doctor, an Asian guy, an Asian American, Asian Vietnamese American, and that said, I don't want to go. I've got patients that I got to see. And so what did the airlines do? They called the coppers. And they literally dragged him off the plane so roughly, in fact, that they whapped his head on the chair and bloodied his face, and it was a real mess. Do I agree with what they did? Of course not. Do I think it was a racist motivation? Absolutely not. It was a stupid company making a stupid decision. Had nothing to do with Americans hating Asians, had nothing to do with any sort of bigotry in that regard. Maybe the bigotry is the view of corporations towards their clientele, or certain corporations towards their clientele, maybe, if bigotry is a proper word for that. But yeah, I don't think that being Asian had anything to do with that guy getting injured. And to be honest, he's gonna have a huge payday coming his way, rightfully so, for the distress that was caused to him, and they're gonna have to pay to back out and try to repair their image, which is already pretty tarnished. I was thinking that people were saying you can't fly United Airlines anymore, and I'm in a weird spot because I live in China. I gotta take whatever deals I can find because there's like multiple thousands of dollars that can be compared between one ticket and another. Luckily, my ticket of choice is Delta Airlines. They have a flight that flies from Shanghai all the way to Detroit, non-stop, and typically it's very cheap. So there's still that opportunity for me. But yeah, United Airlines is not on my list of flights anymore. I don't know what's going on in the world today. Some people say that I haven't looked at politics enough, but I engorge myself on the news. Sometimes it's my only way to stay connected to, you know, people back home. I feel like the world's just full of hate right now. It's had me seriously down. I haven't produced a vlog in a number of days. I've done little things here and there. Annie did a little video on her own, a few clips. Maybe I'll produce it. Just a little Annie tidbit. But I've been very stressed out with my upcoming departure. The way America has been going and the image of America around the world, it's making things difficult for me personally. I just feel so frustrated, and it seems like it might actually affect me and the trip. I don't know if you guys know, probably you do, North Korea is getting angry because South Korea and America are upping. It's a regular cycle of, you know, military exercises. North Korea gets angry, military exercises, North Korea threatens. But things are escalating a little bit more than normal, and North Korea is threatening using nuclear weapons on America. I don't think they have the capabilities of reaching that distance to the continental United States. But they do have the capability of attacking their southern neighbor, which I've been to North Korea. I know the pride between the two countries. They want a unified Korea. They want America out of South Korea. They're a little bit twisted in their thinking, but I don't know. I couldn't see them bombing their brethren. Who knows with the type of people that run that country right now, the type of person. Because I mean, most North Koreans are just nice people trying to get by. They certainly have a type of information that goes into their mind forcibly through propaganda and everything. So there's that. But in the heart of it, they're good people that I feel bad for, because they don't realize what the world is. Anyways, that's beyond the fact. The fact is that North Korea is aggressing, America is aggressing, and talk around here with at least Annie's family and some people is that war is imminent, and things are escalating to a point that there might not be a pullback from. My cycle tour is gonna head up into South Korea end of the month. It makes me nervous. I might be cycling into a war zone. It'd make for an amazing vlog though. But unfortunately, what North Korea does have is a lot of artillery and a lot of bombs, and they could bomb Seoul to smithereens if they wanted to. And I don't think it's gonna happen, personally, but I'm a glasses half full kind of guy. We were sitting and having dinner the other day, and Annie's family was talking about the fact that they think war is gonna start by the end of the month. They think somebody's gonna pull a trigger, and it's such a tenuous situation that they think things are gonna go off. Beyond that, people around the world are tightening regulations on Americans being able to come into their country, which is making my tour a little bit more difficult. Maybe not in the beginning period. Through Southeast Asia, it's not really a problem, but Europe and some countries along the way, I'm a little bit frustrated. It's a beautiful morning otherwise, and I have been preparing to leave step by step. Trike is ready. I'm assembling gear. I got to roll up the office. I'm gonna take Annie to the Canton Fair. I was supposed to leave, originally my mind was thinking I was gonna start my cycle tour on the 15th of this month, but because Annie was going to the Canton Fair, I decided to stay just a little longer so I could help her with Eva. So we're figuring that out. But yeah, April 30th, I am headed north to the port, and I might try and get to the port as soon as possible. Now, seeing the tension in South Korea, it might be good to get into South Korea and head south as quick as possible towards Busan, and then head to Japan after that. Either way, there's a lot to think about, and I'm stressed out. That's a little update. I had a couple of people asking about it. You know what, I'm gonna say one more thing. I had a conversation with a guy last night. It got a little heated, and it was in reference to the village that's near my house. I called it a migrant village. It's where the workers that are building all these like apartment complexes and stuff are working out of. At the end of that video, I compared those workers who were breaking their backs and living in, let's just face it, it was squalor situations. They were living in shipping containers. I walked through there. It wasn't top-notch, you know, areas to live in. And I said, you know, my great-great-grandparents that moved here from countries abroad, you know, broke their backs to, they were carrying ice, and some of them were carrying fuel oil. I mean, they were doing, you know, rough work to try and make it better for the next generation, and then the next generation, and then here I come. And I'm in America, and I've got a powerful passport, and I can travel, and I can see the world, and I have this freedom to do these things because of the people a few generations back that broke their backs for me. And I said, these people today, the ones in the migrant village, are working hard so that their kids' can have a little bit of a better life. I've had people tell me that they work hard, that they get paid good, and that they're laborers, and it's an important industry to have laborers in this world doing the back-breaking work and doing those skilled labor jobs, and damn you for talking down about laborers. And yesterday was specifically about damning me for saying that I'm proud to be an American. And I was somehow comparing and saying that Chinese were bad people, what did he say? I got in a real argument with this guy, and he really pissed me off yesterday. You know who you are. You really pissed me off, because I was just trying to capture a side of life. I could look at any one of these apartments behind me and say, wow, these guys are living amazing, much better than most people are living in the States. But I'm still proud to be an American. I'm not really happy with the way America's being run right now at this very moment, but I'm still proud to be an American. And these people are proud to be Chinese. And those workers out there are proud to be where they are. Everybody's proud to be what they came from. I'm not saying they're shit because I'm proud to be an American. I'm saying they're living harder than I was when I grew up. Why is that such an invalid statement? Those guys are working harder and in rougher conditions than I did in suburban America. This guy was railing on me about how poverty, homelessness, and life is shit in Detroit. He was trying to say that you grew up in Detroit. Detroit is shit. That place is shit. It's all shit. And I'm sure he's gonna lambaste me after this video. But I wasn't saying that people in China are shitty. I wasn't saying that people in China are any less than me. And I wasn't saying that people in China live a life that is worse than the life I lived. I was picking a few people that were living in a specific place right outside my apartment. And I thought, wow, that is a really pocketed group of people that are living different than most of the people I've seen here in China. I wasn't saying that that is the representative case for all Chinese people. I was saying that that is a unique, small subsect population of people here in Ningbo that are doing some really hard work to make China better. And you know what? It's interesting. I was not talking down about those people. And if it sounded that way, I am sorry. To be honest, I want to put this to bed. I just wanted to touch on that video. I have been to rural China. I've been all over China, and I have seen poverty, and I have seen luxury, and I have seen everywhere in between. So I'm not being naive. But this was interesting because it was just adjacent to my house, and I thought I'd take a walk over there. I think everybody should be proud of where they come from and work hard. I work hard too. I just work hard in a different way. My dad told me a long time ago, you know, he's got rough hands, this man. He's worked hard with his hands, and he says, I don't want you to have hands like me. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live a life where I make these videos and I inform you about the world and I show you different perspectives. I have to have thicker skin, I guess, because that yesterday got really under my skin and made me really frustrated. Anyways, I'm gonna continue the vlog, and maybe I'll do these from time to, oh, there was one more thing. There was one more thing. I'll save it for another vlog because this one's getting way too long. But I'm thinking about how to structure my videos while I'm on the road. And I have a few ideas, and I'll put them past you a little later. Sort of like how I broke this video into a separate video section. Maybe I'll do more smaller videos, but are separated into different topics. That way, maybe my food stuff stays in a food category, and my, you know, my cycling stuff stays in there, and then, you know, my news opinions stay there, and, you know, so I'm thinking about doing that. Less of a long strung out day that follows a bunch of different things that, you know, maybe somebody really likes to look at food, but they don't want to watch my whole vlog to just see the food part because it's at the end. And maybe if I separated it off, it'd be a little bit better. Either way, I'm going to talk about that more later. Take it easy. JaYoe. Like, subscribe, share, comment. And I will talk to you later. Bye.